location today. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Payday. Well, yeah, DA, very understandable. Thank you. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Tuesday, the New York Knicks coming to town, tipping off a homestand for them. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hood out there with Anthony, and it's Whiteside in at the center filling out the middle. And for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Green plays the 4 with Gobert at center. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Conley gets the bucket.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Here's Lillard. Michael Conley making his last shot. Good work defensively by Conley. Here's Mitchell. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. McCollum against Mitchell. Pass to Whiteside. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Conley, the pass to Green. Over Anthony. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Anthony.
You go back to 2015, the Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons where they've placed in the Western Conference.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, you know, Brent, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Blazers front office, continuing to fortify this roster with under-the-radar acquisitions.
Interesting adjusting around a couple of albatross contracts to now have a team that's capable at positions that a lot of teams are trying to fill. That's the wing position.
Plenty of games still ahead, Brent. Some discussion about shortening the regular season. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Would you like to see it happen?
I like there's some percolating ideas out there that it might, and the idea of a 70-game season to me, it sounds really healthy. It sounds healthy for the players.
Healthy's a great word to use.
It sounds healthy for the coaching staff. It sounds healthy for the league, and it sounds healthy for the competition that you're going to get. Those 70 games, that will be some elevated play throughout the course of the regular season.
That's a great number. And Whiteside stays right with it.
Yeah, some of the best centers in the league understand every aspect of the offense and where shots are coming from, and Whiteside positioned himself well for that one.
Now here is Conley. Shoots the 3. Here's Green. No good. Great D that time from Hood. Here's McCollum. Utah with the rebound.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Lillard.
Anthony still running the floor well, even at this stage in his career. Gets out and coasts right past the D.
Outside Conley. Green inside, covered by Anthony. Here's Conley, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Conley's got his second bucket of the game to go. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. McCollum passes to Whiteside. It's McCollum with the drive. Good D by Mitchell. Utah leading by 3. Here's Conley. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And it's 6 points for Mike Conley.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Now here's McCollum. His last outing with 20 points. Hood, the pass to Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Over Conley. A putback, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Now here's Conley. He has 6. Kept alive. Here's Gobert. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Looking at the last game for the Jazz, it was a win against Memphis. Here's Anthony. Gobert with the block. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. By Hood. Outside Conley. The pass to Gobert. The Jazz working the ball around now. And here's Conley outside. Hits it from three-point range. Conley's got 9. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. 6-point game. Pass to Whiteside. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Passes to Gobert. Outside Conley. Back to Gobert. Outside Conley. He can't get that one to fall. Now Portland takes it the other way. Pass to Hood. Stolen by Mitchell. Lillard against Green. Shoots from the right block. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And here's Hood. Kicks to Carmelo. And there's the pass to Lillard. And here's Hood. Covered by Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Whiteside. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Hood gets the bucket.
Well, we know Hood can score. That time a nice catch-and-shoot opportunity.
Utah has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Conley against Lillard. Now Mitchell. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the elbow. Here's Gobert. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanović.
Melo's still bringing the passion to the floor no matter what's going on around. He's still going to be a gamer.
And the Jazz with some changes. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Green. Royce O'Neal comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Moutier in for Donovan Mitchell. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Skal Labissière's checked in for Whiteside. Little comes in for Hood. Kent Bazemore's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Pass to Bazemore. Here's Simons. Passes it to Carmelo. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the inside. And slam dunk by Gobert.
If there's a skill set you'd like your point guard to have, that's exceptional court vision. Moutier shows it off there with that assist.
Pass to Carmelo. From 11 feet away, Gobert pulls it in.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Moutier looking around. The pass to Gobert. He kicks it to Conley. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
And the Trailblazers making a change here as Anya's checked in.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And Greg, you talk to Conley, he'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win. Checking out some numbers for Gobert. Last season, he played outstanding. First in shooting percentage, third in blocks, and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You can count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. And now, here's Hazonia. Bazemore on the wing, defended by Moutier. Jazz leading by 4. And Moutier throws it down.
Moutier saw a sliver of room and then blasted off towards the rim.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Yeah, people who saw this game got their money's worth, and it was fitting that they split the season series, given the enormous talent level on both sides.
Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant, who play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
The Jazz making a switch here. Davis is checked in, and it's good. 2 points.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Here's Bazemore following the bucket by the Jazz. Labissiere, it's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Labissiere dialing one in from the mid-range.
Moutier against Bazemore. Now here's Moutier. An 11-point game for him in the win against Memphis. And Labissiere sends it back. Here's Bazemore. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Ed Davis.
Stupendous work by Bazemore to force the defense into him there. His skill set really presents a challenge to opposing defenders.
Now here's Moutier. Defense is right there. Conley finds Davis. Here's Conley, and it's blocked.
Sensational coverage by Bazemore there. His length makes him a threat to always be able to block shots like that.
Pass to Hazonia. Launches it. Good on the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here is Conley. He's got 12. Moutier gets to Conley. From deep three-point range. That shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way. Hazonia, the pass to Simons. 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. This is to Labissiere. And another three for Portland.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Utah trailing here. Here's Moutier. Outside Conley. Passes it to Ingles. Bazemore against Davis. Here's Ingles. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. First trip to the line for him here.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line, so not exactly his best percentage.
Portland's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Bazemore against Moutier. Bazemore with it. 9 points last game. Out to the wing. Here's Simons. Those three-pointers off the mark. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's Mike Conley making highlights for the Utah Jazz. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll return shortly. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the court for the Trailblazers, you've got Little, Labissiere out there with Hazonia. Then there's Kent Bazemore, and it's Simons in at the point guard. Now here is Davis. To the middle, here's Conley, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. 14 points for Conley.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Here's Conley. Scal Labissiere picking up that last basket. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant. Right before the draft, that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the Jazz.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Pass to Davis. Kicks to O'Neal. Conley up top. It's tipped. Here's Davis.
Well, the reach of Labissiere making impact right there on defense. Dependable with the shot blocking.
Lasagna, the pass to Simons. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. I think that's going to happen.
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
No. We don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, there could be something that goes away soon.
Here's Conley following the score by Damian Lillard. Outside, Davis. Back to Conley. And it's Davis with the jam.
That's the energy Ed Davis needs to play with consistently. Big-time finish on the rebound.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Here's the pass to McCollum. He had stolen by Ingles. Here's the break. Here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now here's Lillard. 26 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
Well, the thing he did most was fluster the defense. I really liked how he showed no fear and constantly attacked the lane and drew contact, which in turn got him the free throws.
This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Davis finds Ingles. Conley with the 3. And another shot. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. McCollum outside. The rebound by the Jazz. Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the paint. And finished off by Davis.
The go-go gadget arms of Davis allows him to dunk from anywhere within a few feet of the basket.
And here's McCollum. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Mitchell. Second chance shot. Inside. Davis kicks to Mitchell. Clock at 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Scalabrine.
Yeah, easy call.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Gobert, he's checked in for Davis, and it's Green in for Joe Ingles. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Whiteside's checked in for Scalabrine, and Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Hezonja. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was asleep. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
The Jazz have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovic has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years, competes defensively. He's a player. A moment here to see the numbers for C.J. McCollum. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 21 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered. Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
A three-pointer is right on target.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. And Whiteside sends it back.
Whiteside, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. That one's swatted.
And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And they take the lead. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Conley. He's got 16. And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to. A lot of people over the past couple of seasons wondering if C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard would be together. Well, the franchise has made that commitment to them financially. They've kept up great chemistry and great leadership with this team, Have the additions in the offseason been enough to push Portland forward?
Three-pointer, Lillard. He doesn't hit that one. So Utah will take it the other way. And it's Bogdanović off the drive. Basket good. And the Jazz lead by 3. And you think about Lillard and McCollum, both 4-year star players at mid-major schools. Brent, they're used to leading the way and being accountable for the outcome.
Well, they also are very cognizant, Kevin, of recognizing what their contributions can do to lift their teammates. Always quick to compliment the guys that do the dirty work. This is one of the most dynamic duos in terms of backcourts that we have in the NBA.
Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Hood. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And a wide open look for McCollum. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Here's Conley. He's got 18. Outside, Bogdanović. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. Moutier, he's checked in for Mike Conley. And so Hood will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 1. Anthony kicks to McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. McCollum's got 8 points.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
Moutier pass to Mitchell. Here's the 3. Here's Gobert. And Whiteside sends it back. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. And Utah making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Rodney Hood. Nice ball movement by Utah. Clock at 4. Gobert finds Moutier. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Damian Lillard. Great showing for him last season. 3rd in free throw shooting, 9th in scoring, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And just going back to his free throw efficiency, it's about confidence when you're at the line. You've always said it. He had it. That's how he ended up with the top 3 ranking. The 3 ball. They get it again.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Now here's Moutier. He dishes it to Green. Shot to stop the run. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Anthony.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Portland leading. Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Oh, Whiteside in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Just a great alley-oop there. Teammates connecting. Whiteside with the jam. The D wants no part of that.
Now here's Moutier. Guarded closely. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Simons, the pass to Bazemore. Good on the three-point shot. Bazemore's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Moutier dishes to Green. The 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Down low, here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Kent Bazemore knows that his contributions come from being active and Bazemore becoming a better passer.
Moutier kicks to Green. Back to Moutier. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Offensive rebound. Anthony, the third shot of the possession, finally falls for him. Anthony's got 10 points. Jazz trail by 8. 1:15 left to play here in the second quarter. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. That's good from O'Neal. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Hezonja's checked in. Mitchell finds Ingles. It's blocked. Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Mitchell against Bazemore. Over Mitchell. Whiteside trying to break free. And the jam by Whiteside.
Well, this is why Whiteside has a high percentage in terms of his field goals. Creates a job inside that he can get done.
Moutier pass to Gobert. Back to Moutier. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Mitchell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the Utah Jazz not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Davis is checked in for Gobert. Now here's Bazemore. The 11-footer, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Fun to watch Kent Bazemore flesh out more of his overall game. Quick at getting passes over to his teammates.
Now Mitchell. He's got 10. With 1 on the clock, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And the first half is now in the books. Trailblazers lead by 9. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here with Quinn Snyder. Coach, your team has faced a lot of firepower from outside. How do you keep them from getting those three-pointers off?
Well, one, they're making them. Hopefully we can get them where they're not open and they're contested and see if they're making that many of them then. But they're getting them a variety of ways. We just got to be better.
Play outside-in defense, right? Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A tremendous game we're seeing from Hassan Whiteside. He had 12 points, 5 block shots, and 11 rebounds. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They're definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
Kenny, what do you have to say about the Jazz?
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no excuse for letting the team rain that many threes on you. And at that higher percentage, guys aren't fighting to shoot.
Man, that's...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mike Conley.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
Mitchell and Bogdanovich, they're the wings. Green plays the 4 with Gobert at center. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Lillard misses.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's the dish to McCollum. Back to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists tonight. Conley feeling it out. Second half just getting started, about a minute played, and Damian Lillard pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 9. Unloads. Again the miss by Lillard.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Anthony's checked in for a little. Lillard against Bogdanovich. Whiteside dishes to Carmelo. Shot from the wing. The shot's good. Anthony's got 12. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Lillard against Conley. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. Now, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
Pass to Whiteside. Lillard outside. Off target from outside.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
He kicks it to Hood. 5 on the clock. Over Bogdanovich. Here's Whiteside, and the layup is good. Whiteside's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, even with the contest, Whiteside's going right through you. That's how strong he is.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Mitchell. Green breaking loose. Mitchell's shot is good. 14 points for him.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Lillard with no one around, and it's off from three-point range. Conley, the pass to Green. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Green's got 5 now.
Dan, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Lillard against Green. And that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They've led by as many as 11 points. And a wide open look for Hood. A three-pointer off the mark. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And Bogdanovich kicks to Conley. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
Scal Labissière's checked in for the Trailblazers. Count that one. 10 points for C.J. McCollum.
That's as sweet as you're going to get it. Fluid motion, great lift, rolls right off the fingertips.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. He feeds it to Mitchell. Good work defensively by Lillard.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Tipped away. Conley kicks to Mitchell. This one for three. They get it back and denied. He sends it right off the glass. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Yeah, Hood does a good job there of surveying the floor and being ready to deliver the pass.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. And drafted by the Jazz in 2014, Rodney Hood seemed to establish himself in Utah. But Brent, as we saw last year, he finished up well with Portland.
Well, a great job by Neil O'Shea picking Rodney Hood up and had some big games in the playoffs. He's part of a collaborative at the wing position now for Portland, where Terry Stotts can use the likes of Rodney Hood and Kent Bazemore to play a lot of switching defenses and continue to make teams have to guard, as Hood's capable of making threes and making plays off the bounce.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 10. Outside Hood, inside. Portland moving the ball around. 4 on the shot clock. Lasagna's shot is off.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Mitchell outside. Conley against Lillard. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. No good on the 3.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away. Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard from outside, rebounded by the Jazz.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Mitchell, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Here's McCollum. Portland no good that time either. Jazz trail by 13. Here's Mitchell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight. And Mitchell drops them both.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
Bazemore with it. Out to Anthony. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Anthony's got 18 points in the game.
That's a lightning-quick jump shot, as Carmelo Anthony is too good against that kind of defense.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. The drive by Mitchell. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got his 5th rebound in this one. Passes it to Simons. McCollum outside. Over Mitchell. No good off the back of the rim. Jazz trail by 13. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. Anthony, the pass to Simons. Back to Anthony. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Free throw dropped for Mitchell. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you. Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Moutier dishes to Mitchell. Pass to Davis. Back to Mitchell. Kicks it to O'Neal. From 13. Jazz working now with the fresh shot clock. Mitchell looking it over. Here's Moutier. Cans it from downtown. Moutier's got his 3rd basket of the night.
When Moutier starts to stroke it from the outside, he's got him on a string.
Simons the pass to Bazemore. Little kicks it to Bazemore. Now the pass to Little. To answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Jazz trail by 12. The drive by Mitchell.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Pass to Little. Now here's Bazemore, covered by Mitchell. Pass to Anthony, over Davis. Anthony can't hit.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Davis up top, covered by Anthony. Here's Mitchell. Excellent D there from Anthony.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
34 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Mitchell in the corner. There's the 3. A rebound by Hazanya. Trailblazers leading by 12. Over to the left wing. Here's Simons. Makes it off the glass.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And here is Mitchell. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Portland out in front, leading by 14. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, Whiteside is out there with Anthony. Then there's Kent Bazemore. Then it's Little. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And Portland making a change here. Hood's checked in. Here's Mitchell. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Here's O'Neal.
That's pretty good defense from Rodney Hood. Just great position and used his length to distract the shooter.
Rebounded by the Jazz. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. From the baseline. The Jazz again can't hit it. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Now the feed to Whiteside. Another shot. That shot no good. Great D that time from Green. Mitchell with it. He's picked up by Little. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Portland. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Mitchell drops them both. So it's Portland now. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Pass to Whiteside. He kicks it to Bazemore. Knocks down the 3 ball.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Lillard against Conley. From deep, Green goes back up. Bazemore grabs the miss. Bazemore's got 4 rebounds in this game. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Mitchell. O'Neal with it. Now guarded by Hood. O'Neal misses.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's Lillard. That's tipped. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. And it's Mitchell missing.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. The offensive rebound. Whiteside, good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Now, here's Ingles. He's covered closely. 5 to shoot. To the middle, Mitchell. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Ingles has got 3 assists now in this one. And so here's Portland. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points. Conley against Lillard. The pass to Whiteside. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Whiteside working on having a better all-around feel for the game, and that time makes a solid read.
Here's Conley. And Whiteside sends it back. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Lillard with the ball. Bazemore gets the bucket.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Conley against Lillard. Pass to Ingles. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Bogdanovich comes in for O'Neal. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Kent Bazemore. Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them. Portland leading by 22. It's McCollum on the wing, covered by Mitchell, stolen by Conley. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Whiteside, high post. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And that's 20 points for Hassan Whiteside.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Conley for three. Utah the rebound. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Feeds it to Lillard. Stolen by Michael Conley. Here's Green. Kicks it to Gobert. Conley dishes to Mitchell. From downtown, Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's McCollum. And again, it's Portland converting.
Well, C.J. McCollum can go from second gear to fourth gear and back to second gear. A defense's nightmare.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Outside, Bogdanovich. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Hood's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Lillard just plays with a flat-out edge. Dangerous as a player who knows how to draw contact inside. Scoring has always been Lillard's strength, but last season a career high in assists. And you wonder how much a healthy Nurkic is going to help propel this team as they've equipped themselves with some interesting players at the wing position to try to take another step forward in the Western Conference.
Just 5 to shoot. Conley dishes to Gobert. Over Whiteside. Gobert can't hit. For Portland, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. McCollum passes to Lillard. Mitchell against Hood. No good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. And watching film is becoming an obsession for Damian Lillard.
Well, that's a great way to learn, visually sitting down and not only looking at your opponents, but where it is maybe where you can take advantage and stay in your zone. Lillard committed to the game and committed to improving.
But obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Bradley's checked in for Green. George Niang comes in for Bogdanovich. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Williams-Goss subbed in for Mike Conley. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Trent. Got a hand on it. In transition, here come the Jazz. Niang kicks to Gobert. Passes to Niang. Here's Williams-Goss. Bradley dishes to Exum. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Here's Simons. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Exum passes to Gobert. And here's Exum. Takes a three. It's rebounded by Labissiere. Labissiere's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Shot from 12. A second chance effort, and it's blocked by Bradley. One-on-one here. Here's Williams-Goss. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's tough to get a unified feel on who the league MVP is. Which element, when you're looking at the MVP, matters most to you?
If we talk about that, Kevin, I always think about the MVP ends up being the guy that helps you get 6 to 8 unexpected wins. That's who I look to. So in this past season, what it was that Giannis did, not only with Coach Budenholzer coming in to Milwaukee, the stylistic change that they went through, and then the shouldered responsibility of Giannis to be the initiator to that much change in one season. That's why last year I feel like he was the most valuable player in the league. Even though eye-popping numbers were coming out of Houston, again with James Harden, I go back to Giannis and that massive amount of change and him being the guy that shouldered it all.
That's a great answer. Here's Whiteside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight. Utah's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Bradley kicks to Exum. Another miss by Utah. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Portland.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Hassan Whiteside.
I just loved his defense. He took pride in swatting away a bunch of shots tonight and made his impact felt.
Cullen passes to Lillard. Good for 3. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Williams-Goss misses. Portland with the ball. Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. And Lillard kicks to Hood. Pass to McCollum. Lillard looking around. Lets a floater go. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Carmelo, what did you like best about the win tonight?
We just played hard. We came out here ready to play. We jumped out there quick on the defensive end, and offensively, we got it going again.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.